what's the obvious, right, is, again, Matthew Stafford, a 10-plus year veteran at the quarterback position, is going to be a little bit more savvy on finding his receivers to get them the ball.
So you're saying Baker's trash?
I didn't say, see what I'm saying?
So
no,
he's saying Baker's trash?
No, you just said it. I didn't say anything. Number two.
Well, you're saying it without saying it, but
no,
just say what it is.
He's not a 10-year NFL quarterback.
But he's supposed to be good, though.
There's not 10. You can't get the 10 years until you hit 10 years.
So I don't know if you can call Baker trash. You see the performance
he's
he
not
put
at
on.
all. He's not at all. It's
Pre-injury.
It's a whole different type of system.
So you got to include last year and then his first, 3 games?
Yeah.
Went to Kansas City,
He was
playing
really well before.
And then he threw an interception
injured.
against the Texans and hurt his shoulder ever since then. Yeah.
And he was playing through injury.
Playing well. I think we were 2-1 when before he got hurt.
Yeah, and then he got hurt, right? And he kind of, again, some people don't play as well with injury, right?
Yeah.
But either way, he wasn't playing horrible, right? But either way, the Rams system is going to give receivers way more opportunities, hence Cooper Kupp having 9,000 catches this year.
Crazy.
And it's a different type of system. So OBJ coming to the Rams, I knew he was going to put up numbers. I knew it's a friendly system receiver for wide receivers.
So if that's the case, then Stefanski or who's the offensive coordinator?
AVP.
They're terrible then.
Oh,
I mean, if you don't want to put it on Baker, this guy right here already said this is a defensive guy. He just gave an example a while ago about the coach taking ownership. Okay, they're running cover 4. You're not going to run a dig in the cover 4. So this guy is fully understanding of the offensive side of the ball and what can be done and what cannot be done. Yes. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me that somebody, like you said, what was the word we used, the old word we used? Ownership. Somebody has to take ownership of why this guy didn't succeed. And then you're not going to tell me that it's just because.
But who's going to do it?
Who's going to take ownership?
Yeah, it's going to be the owner, the general manager, the head coach, or the offensive coordinator, which is one of those.
And that's what I asked him. I said, who does he?
He's not going to know that. That's what I'm saying. You try to put that on him.
He's a teammate. You can, as an offensive player.
But he doesn't know that because he's not looking at an interview from the general manager, from the owner, from the head coach.
What's the interview got to do with?
Because that's the only way they're going to show ownership.
What?
That's how you
that makes no sense.
That's how you going to show ownership.
Baker has to show some ownership.
I'm sure he does. Baker's a great leader. Baker's a great leader. I'll give you that. Baker's a great leader.
My thing is they didn't put this guy in positions to succeed. As a quarterback, like I said, I get it. As a quarterback, Baker Mayfield, he knows his progression. He knows where the ball is going or what have you. Like I said, if it's cover 4 and you're trying to run a dig, like why would you throw the ball into a dig into cover 4? You find your other options to get other guys open. That's just common sense. That's just
that's what he said. That's what he said, and they owned up to it. That was his example.
Who's owning up to it?
He said the coach would come in and show ownership, saying I shouldn't have called that play. That's what he did. He
need to come out and take ownership of OBJ's demise.
I don't know.
His first 8 weeks in that league.
He ain't got to tell you nothing.
No, that ain't got to tell you. We're talking ownership. We're
talking
ownership.
So how do you know he hasn't?
He hasn't. I ain't heard nothing.
That's what I said.
I ain't heard
you
nothing.
Haven't heard.
Well, you're
I'm just saying.
analyst.
I think Baker will be fine. I think Baker's the future in Cleveland. I definitely think that OBJ found his spot. Mm-hmm. Every team is not your spot. Every system is not your spot.
Also, that's what happened to your career. You didn't have a spot. He didn't have a spot, everybody. That's why he didn't have a successful career. He's going to blame it because he didn't have a spot.
I had a successful career. I just didn't get single coverage because I had, like this guy did and picked on nickelbacks for the first 8 years of his career. You know what I'm saying?
Double, and triple coverage.
But no, I think OBJ found his perfect fit. You know, again, every system's not going to be friendly for every single receiver.
I found a fit everywhere I went with a quarterback. It didn't matter. I made it work. I made it work.
Really.
I made it work with every quarterback.
Not really.
With every quarterback that I played, I made it work. I ain't even gonna argue. All you gotta do is just check my body of work. I ain't gonna sit up and argue with nobody that want to just
sound like you got an example.
He just want to talk because we got a podcast.
Sound like you got an example. What?
I mean,
he just want to talk because we got a podcast.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because if he would have made it work, I think they would have won championships and had more of a camaraderie throughout the system of the team throughout their system and helping the team win championships, right? But I'm not saying it's all about championships, because we've had that talk before, right?
So
but
that's a moot point.
it's not a moot point. I just think,
makes no sense.
I just
If
think that, again, out of the 153 touchdowns, right? I would say they're all great plays, right? And the quarterback threw him the ball, obviously, and they had great camaraderie. I think he could have did that in, let's say, 15 years with 2 teams. And I think he would have had 180 or 190 touchdowns. And that's my personal opinion.